Okay, so onto the DecodingAI website, and this website doesn't allow you to sign in, but of course you do have the option to do that. And if you don't sign in, your project probably will stay there for a couple of weeks, and later on, if your web browser automatically clear the cache, it will be gone. So you are very welcome to sign or not. It's your decision. On the left side, you can see their explanations talking about what decision trace is. And if you go to the next step, it's like a set of the animals, how you can sort the animals. It gave you the example between zebra and the tigers, like what kind of comments they have, what kind of differences they have, and all sorts of things. So you can keep clicking next because all of things I have explained in the previous video, you can go back to review that whenever you want, and then you click down. Once you click down, it'll ask you to rename the project title. You can rename anything that you want, but I'm gonna just keep it the same. And now you have this link. So if you don't want to sign in, but you want to get back to your project anytime you want, you can copy this link and save it somewhere. Whenever you want to go back to check it out, you can always go there, edit code, and update, get another link. That's another easy way for you to just save your project without signing in. So here you can see now on the simulator, the animals, they just keep dropping it because pretty much the red frame is not recognizing the animal, it's not sorting the animal. And a lot of the blocks we're using is on top of this category, which is actually under DecodingAI experiment. So people made this experiment just to teach the concept of AI by creating this code. You click there are not a lot of codes, and I can quickly mention about this. This is like whenever you have one animal drop, which we call the my sprite, you're gonna classify it, just recognize it if this is which animal we're talking about, this, that. And the other thing is generate random animals. You can see this block has been placed here, so that means every half second, and it will generate a random animal. If you think that's too much, you can make every second. Now if I just quickly play, you can see it doesn't come that often, it's kind of slower. And the other one is classify my sprite. Think about my sprite is just gonna be the latest animal randomly generated there, on the screen. So my sprite as, if I click here, if I drag it and click drop down, you can see we have this set of the animals like I mentioned in the previous video about it. We have fish, dog, pigeon, kangaroo, zebra, and a tiger. And we also mentioned that we are going to divide them into 3 groups, like a group of fish and a dog, group of pigeon and a kangaroo, group of zebra and a tiger, and the other code, which is detect property. So here, if I click drop down list, and you can find this all features, 5 features that we're gonna use it to recognize what animal are this. So to start with, I am going back to the previous whiteboard that I show you in the previous video and to figure out what kind of features we're talking when it comes to each different animals. Okay, so those are the different features that each animal has. So for example, and if zebra and the tiger, both of them have stripes. However, zebra is a herbivore and the tiger is a carnivore. So that's something we're gonna put it. To do this, we need to go back to logic, choose if true then else. Again, if you remember decision trees and they're given some certain conditions and making decisions like if this match to this condition or not. So this conditional block, which is perfectly matched to the situation. And I am going to start by having logic go to end. So let's start with zebra. And the zebra here, if I detect, first is it has stripes and it is also a herbivore. I'm going to snap this here and put them inside on classify. That means whenever it's gonna start, it's gonna try to figure out what animal it is. And then go to animal, then this is zebra. I click the plus icon here. I'm going to keep clicking because you notice every time when you click on it, the last one which doesn't allow you to give condition, but I want each single one could have condition. We have 6 animals, so I'm gonna make sure we have 6 else if condition then slot. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and I'm going to click the minus icon on the bottom. Just make sure we have everything here. So this is a zebra, and our next one is gonna be tiger. Tiger has stripes, and however tiger is a carnivore. So we're going to go to logic and animal, and as well as a herbivore, but it is not. So what we can do, we can go to logic and choose not, then snap them together and go to classify as tiger. Now if I click play, let's see what happens. Okay, it can sense zebra, it can sense tiger, but it cannot sense any other animals. That's because we haven't finished it. So if you still remember this, remember that kangaroo and pigeon, they have one common. It's like both of these two kinds of animals, they have 2 legs. However, kangaroo doesn't have feathers, and while pigeon has feathers. And for fish and dog, if we have to put them in the common, it's like one common is like neither of them have 2 legs, but they do have another difference. For the difference is like fish lives in the water, but dog doesn't live in the water. So that's how we can do it. Based on those features, can you try to finish the rest of the code and see how it goes? If you finish, I would love for you to add more different effects, or maybe you can add a text to explain how you do this, and you can share it with us. Thank you. Bye.